Hello, hello, you guys. Come on in. It's Angela with Word and Home. Come on in and say hello. If you don't see the red live button up here, then you're catching me on the replay. So just make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments and drop any questions that you have there. Let me know if you are watching, where you're watching from. And if you're new, let us know. We always like to welcome you. But come on in. We're going to get everything set up so I can see my comments. And then we can start crafting. Hope everyone's staying cool today. We had, yesterday was a little overcast. It was really nice. Today it's said in the 80s, but like the heat index, it feels like 98. So I'm gonna be inside crafting until later in the evening when I can get outside. So hey Rhea, hi friend. So come on in and join me. Okay, I think I've got it all set up. We are gonna jump. So we've been doing Christmas in July. I've been doing a whole, a lot of snowmen and things like that. But today we're doing something that's from Dollar Tree, this little guy. And so we're kind of jumping over to fall for just today. And then the last two Thursdays, the last two crafts. Hi, Crafty Hawk Mom. Hello, hello. Hi, Diane. Thanks for sprinkling. We are going to, we'll get back to that. I promise. We're the last two DIYs. The live DIYs will be Christmas themed. But today, I saw this little guy. He was $3 at Dollar Tree. And I thought we got to give him a makeover. So, let me get my drink. I'm trying to stay hydrated because it's so darn hot outside. Now, if you want to do this, you can pick him up at Dollar Tree. Hi, Angie. And I just checked my receipt just to be sure, and he was $3, you guys. And they had him, and then they had a little ghost as well for $3. So both just really cute. And I like, and a lot of my crafter friends are the same way. I don't like scary, gory, evil, stuff. But I like some of the cutesy Halloween stuff. So I don't do a lot of decorating for Halloween, but I have a few things here and there because I get a lot of trick-or-treaters, and so I like to decorate just a little bit. He does have like a little tea light in the bottom, and so that lights up. So we're gonna just give him a little bit more character. And if you remember, I'm trying to see if I have it. If you remember this guy, we added the tissue paper and crinkled it, and then it made him look kind of wrinkled and cracked. Well, I thought we could do the same thing to this pumpkin, so we're going to give it a try today on the little pumpkin. Set that back up there, out of the way. And I've already got my tissue paper, and I just use regular, tissue paper, like that you would put in your Christmas bags or gift bags. Now, this little handle pops out. Okay, so we'll pop that out and set that aside. Now, when you put it back in here, you might want to glue it, but I don't think you have to. It fits in here pretty well. So I think the easiest thing to do and the easiest way to do this is just to cut a section of this. Okay, I'm going to cut it I'm going to lay him down, and I'm just going to cut it just a little bit bigger than he is, right? And then we are going to Mod Podge. But if you remember, the whole magic of this thing is, and they all light up. You put a candle in it. Yes, I love them too. They, I just love jack-o'-lanterns. I don't know why. I have a bunch of the big ones, like that Pottery Barn style, that's been popular. Everybody loves those. And, you can DIY your own, and Walmart even has some now. I love all of those in the neutral colors. So, yeah, I'm with you. I love the jack-o'-lanterns. So you're going to take your piece of scrapbook paper and you're gently, thank you, Rhea. I hope so. I hope he turns out really cute. We're going to give it a try. You're gonna wrinkle this up, okay? You have to do this. This is what's going to give us all of our nice little crackle look. Just when you go to spread it back out, you just have to be very gentle, okay? If you had some white paper that was in a gift already, and you know how that gets all crinkled up, it'd be perfect. It'd be ready to go. So you can see now it's wrinkled. I'm going to do this one more time. Okay, crinkle it up. Okay, and then I'm just going to gently kind of spread this out. You might want to cut it a little bit bigger than I did. This is going to work. Yeah, this will work. But you just cut it a little bit bigger because once you get it all crinkled up, you know, it's not gonna be as flat and not quite as big. So take your Mod Podge now. And I'm using Mod Podge. You could probably, I assume that you could probably just use that white Elmer's glue. It'll probably be just as good. I just have Mod Podge on hand. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna take this Mod Podge and we're just gonna spread it all over him. Probably should turn that thing off. It's hopefully it's not so much that it'll dry this, because a lot of times we'll do the Mod Podge method where you want it to dry, right, and you iron it on. Well, for this type, we don't want it to be dry, okay? We want to pat it on there because we want the wrinkles, because it's given us some nice texture on him. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not worried about, you know, doing it. When we do our crackle, I'm like, brush it all one way if you can. I don't care. That doesn't matter for this. We need to get it on here quickly so that we can put our tissue paper on there. Okay. Let me look. I have all my edges covered. Really want our edges. Okay. So we've got that. Now, I'm just going to put my glasses on. And then we're just going to take our little paper here. And I'm just going to press it down. Usually what I do is try to press it down in the center. And then I've got my handy dandy little pouncer from the Dollar Tree. Yes, Angie, you love the cutesy stuff for your grandkids. I know. That's right, Rhea. Now you know what to do with them. Now I'm just going to pounce it. I don't know if I guess that's the right word. Pounce it on here. Now, to get those eyes out, I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. The edges, I'm just going to sand. But the eyes, I'll just have to use my craft blade, I guess. I'm going to go all around the edges. I'm going to hit those edges hard because I want that to stay down. Okay. I think I'm even just going to kind of rub it around the edge like this. And get these down really, really well. Okay. So that's what we've got. Okay. Hi, Diana. And he's cute. He really is cute. I mean, you could just do if you didn't want the texture on this guy, you could maybe darken him up a little bit. You might even just leave him like he is, you know, but I can't leave anything alone. I have to always add something to it. So that's me. And I love grungy, you know, vintage looking. I'm going to dry this down just a little bit so I can sand these edges off. I'm going to kind of press it in on the eyes and nose. And so maybe I have a small, I think I have a small good grief. Like a little fingernail file, like this. I bet I can get inside the eyes and the mouth and use that on there. Okay, we're going to take our little gator sander right here. Maria, you could use the burn method. I don't know that I have my... I could. If this doesn't work, I could go get my little lighter and we'll give that a whirl. You know how I am. I don't know. I've used the burn method before and it was just fine. I'm still a little intimidated by it. Okay. Okay, so it's coming off the sides great. Okay. So your little gator sander will work great for the outside. Got one little spot there that did not want to come undone. Everybody ready for the weekend? I'm so ready. And I mean, I don't have any, you know, like big spectacular plans or anything, but I like a Saturday morning where I can just sit around and in my pajamas and drink my coffee. I look forward to that. So that's like my favorite part of Saturday, I think. And I don't get to do that any other day of the week because I've got stuff going on. Even Sundays, you know, we're trying to get to church and we serve at church, and so we're busy. So Saturday is it. Okay, so that worked. We're going to do the back side too, but okay, that worked so far for that. We're kind of rainy, but the sun. Oh, good, Darlene. Hello, friend. The sunshine's coming back. Okay, so here's what I think might work. Let's just kind of cut a slit right here. With my craft blade. And then this one's pretty worn. I maybe should get me another one. Okay, that worked. I don't know how well this is going to work. Okay. I'll have to go back with my Mod Podge and kind of, I think, and kind of get this down. Okay, but we've got one eye done. So I'm going to go get my, I'm going to get my lighter out of the kitchen. And then we'll try the burn method on this one and we'll see. Let's see how it does, okay? I don't have it. I have my little lighter, but I don't think I have one in here. Oh, I do. I do have one in here. Okay. Let's try this. So, let's just cut a little slit over here. And then let's try to burn this. I think it would be cute. Diane says hazy in Pennsylvania. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Yeah, not a good day, Diane. That wouldn't be good for breathing with all that smoke and everything. Okay. That worked really well, you guys. Okay, so I burned that excess. Okay. Kind of burn those edges. And it just takes just a bit, right? Okay. I'm just trying to burn this excess off right here. Okay, that works pretty well. Okay, let's do the nose. And if you're uncomfortable with this, do it outside or do it get like a bowl of water or something, you know, where you could drop it in there. But I've done it twice. Well, I've probably done it more than twice, and I've never had a problem. So see, I kind of cut my little slit in there, And let's see, hopefully you guys can see. Let me hold it back like this. Cut my little slit, and then I'm just gonna light that with this, and then it kind of flames up for just a second, and then it just burns it all off. Now it does kind of stink a little bit, but it works great. Okay, the mouth will be interesting because it's going to be quite a bit. So let's see. Okay, you see all that? See that burning? And then it just completely burns out. Just like that. So that worked really well. Thank you, Rhea, for reminding me of that. So, I mean, there's with his little light, but we're gonna darken all of this. But let's go ahead and I want to do both sides. Let's do both sides. I'm just gonna leave this as is. And then we'll work on, let the magic happen. If you guys were live with me when we made the little snowman up there, it really, I don't know, it just really made him kind of come alive. Okay, I'm gonna cut this section off. It smells like burnt marshmallows in here. Now I want a s'more. Okay. So we'll set that aside. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to crinkle this up. Yeah, Nancy, it did. And it's really fast. And because I'm already going to darken his face. So if there's a little bit of brown, which there's really not. I mean, there's a little bit right there. It's just gonna add to the project. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for hopping on with us, friend. Oh, gosh. Angie's having problem. You can have a lot of smoke in Connecticut, too. Okay. I hope they get the fires in Canada under control. I've not... honestly, I just don't watch a lot of news. And so I don't really know that much about it. Okay, so we're going to wrinkle it one more time. But definitely praying that they get those under control. Maybe, and get some rain. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to take this piece. Do you know how many times, like I like to save tissue paper from my packaging, from my gift bags and stuff. I like to save it. And how many times I've pulled paper out that looks like that. And I'm like, oh man, I don't think I can reuse that. It's too wrinkled. So like somebody said earlier, now you know, now you put that in your craft stash because you can use it on a project like this. Because I promise I'll be using a lot more tissue paper. I buy tissue paper and I use it on a lot of things. I like to run it through my printer like we did, you know, we printed that snowman on there. I love to use it. And it's really, cost effective, you know, to print on and to use because it's not badly priced, and they're big sheets, so you can get a lot of projects out of them, out of one sheet of tissue paper. Okay, we're gonna go all the way. You guys hear the lawn people next door? Their schedule is the same as my live schedule every Thursday. I feel like every time I hop on with you guys, there they are. Okay. Okay, so we're finished up just a little bit. Okay. Okay. I think we've got that done. And that's going to be the hardest part. I mean, oh, Rhea, I have a Sam's Club we have Sam's Club here, and I have a membership. Okay, I'm just going to kind of press that down gently. And then we're going to go back over it with our little damper. So we have a Sam's Club. And Costco just recently, we have a Costco just, I don't know, like a mile, 2 miles, not very far. And so I have a Costco membership now too. Don't know if I need both, but and so I need to stock up on that tissue paper. I'm glad you said that. Okay. So we're just gonna do the same thing, okay? Uh-oh. I tore some off right there. Dadgummit. Let's put just a little bit more Mod Podge. I tore it somehow, and we need some on that. Okay. Hopefully that will hold. Okay. We're going to go back over one more time, get all these edges. There's something satisfying about this. I don't know why, but it is. Okay, pressing that down. And usually you would be very frustrated with wrinkles, but on this project, you're happy with the wrinkles, so they are your friend for this. I want to press them all down into the Mod Podge because I don't want any pieces sticking up. Does that make sense? I don't want them to come loose later. So I'm just really focusing on that edge. Okay, and that piece that I tore. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of heat to this one. Hey, Kathy. I bet they would, Rhea. I bet they would have it. Yes, Ramona, and I've ironed tissue paper. I have. And actually, before I use it, like to run it through my printer and print on it and things, you know how it's always creased? I always try to iron it and get those creases out too. And your family looks at you like, what? Are you ironing that, really? Okay. We want to dry it just enough so that when we start sanding, it doesn't come off. Okay, so around lightly, and it doesn't take too much of a heavy hand usually to get this off. It sands off there pretty easily. And if you scuff up the edges, I think that just gives it a little more character too. If you don't have one of these little gator sanders, they are so handy. You can get them on Amazon or Walmart. I think I got this one at Walmart. And I wanted to share this project early too, because, you know, if they're already putting the Halloween stuff out, it'll be gone. And you guys know that. It's at Dollar Tree. They don't, I mean, if you see something, and these are $3, I expect them to go quickly. So if you want one of these, I would snag it as soon as you see it. Alright, this little piece right here is proving to be just a little bit more difficult. Okay. Okay. Okie doke. So now we've got that side done. Okay. It almost looks like wax paper stuck on there, doesn't it? Okay. We'll do our little burn method on this side, and it should be done quickly. Yeah, you could, Diana, you could use sandpaper. This is just, it's just really handy, you know, and then you can just, you know, switch out your little strips of sandpaper. It's just very handy. And I use, for these projects, I buy these little fingernail file sanders, and this one is very well used. You can tell they work great for smaller projects. Okay, we're just gonna cut our holes in here. Okay, and then we're gonna burn that one first. I don't know, I think the last time we did this, I said, I don't know who discovered this method, but they're amazing. Whoever did it, it's a lifesaver. Okay. Okay, then we got to let that mouth burn out of there. Okay. And it's all done. Okay, so we've got that side done and this side. Now, let's add some of our wax to this to darken it. Yes, Diane, and yeah, they have a lot out at my store, and I bought this 2 days ago, and I think I shared a little reel on it. So we're going to use the Behr Wax. And someone, when we talked about this Behr Wax the last time, forgive me because I cannot remember who it was, somebody added a picture and they found it on Amazon. So if you're curious about this, you may go look on Amazon. It's the Behr Wax, and this is dark antique color. So I didn't think they were making it anymore, but someone found it on Amazon. So you might check it out over there if you would like some. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of, and then we just start going over this with our wax. And I'm going to be pretty heavy-handed probably with this on this pumpkin. Probably a little more heavy-handed than I was on the snowman. See how see those, it makes it look crackled. It just really settles in all of those little wrinkles, and you don't want to be too heavy-handed, I guess, because if you press down too much, I don't know, you want it to just pick up on those high places and on those little wrinkles. Okay, so that's him so far. Hi, Sharon. Thanks, Kathy. I do too. I was not disappointed with that snowman. I loved it so much, and so I thought I gotta try that again. And when I saw this little guy, I thought he would be perfect. And he's $3, you know, so not a lot of money invested. I may have to add a little more Mod Podge to kind of, a couple of my little edges are coming up, but that's okay. On his little teeth. Okay. So I'm gonna brush some of his on his little teeth that are kind of cut out. It's popping up, my tissue paper's popping up just a smidge. So what we'll do is just take a little bit of our Mod Podge, and I'm just gonna kind of brush it down. Brush those corners down so they don't come back up. Okay. And then maybe we'll add like some, just a little bit heavier on a few spots, like around the bottom down here. You could whatever you're like, you know, however you like the look to be. can just continue just to kind of fuss with it, or, you know, until you get it just how you want it. That's really dark right there. Okay, let's kind of add a little bit more here. Let it kind of settle in. Okay. What are y'all thinking? So I think I need to darken it on the top more. And then we'll do the other side. I like to really hit those edges. And if this wax isn't doing it, you know, dark enough, you can also use some of your Distress ink. Oh, I think I'm missing questions. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, yay, Angie, I'm so glad you're going to make that snowman. Oh, yeah. Marianne, tissue paper and wax paper and Mod Podge. I think somebody has already answered that because they're awesome. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit to the eyes. But it does look like wax paper. It's crazy. Okay. Okay. Let's turn that light on. Oh, thank you. So there he is. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Okay, we're going to darken that. So this side, now you can see this side, and then you can see what a vast, you know, difference that is. Okay, let's go on this side, and I'll just use what's in my brush, what's left in my brush, the wax, to kind of hit this once. And then we'll go back over. Okay. Now we're going to start darkening up. Just a little bit here and there. What's everybody got planned for the weekend? Does anybody have plans? Or are you like me and you're just like literally just looking forward to going out and sitting on your back porch? In the mornings when it's before the sun gets, you know, overhead, I love to go out and just, you know, drink my coffee and walk around looking at my flowers, you know, watering what needs to be watered. I love mornings in my backyard. Okay, so let's get this corner. Okay, so now we've got that side. It almost looks rusty. Almost has like a rusty look to it. And you could, by all means, You could add faux rust to it if you like that. No plans, thankfully, Kathy said. And sometimes that's the best. You know, you don't have anything that you have to get out and do. I like to do that too, just kind of, I mean, we always end up doing house cleaning, right? I mean, we don't sit around very well, unfortunately. When we're sitting at home, we always are like, oh, we need to do this and we need to do this. But it is nice not to have expectations, you know, to be somewhere. Because that doesn't happen very often. And I'm sure you guys, it's the same thing. It seems like there's always something. Okay. So really cute. Now, I think, do you think I should darken this part too, or just leave it like it is? What do you guys think? Darken it? I would have to darken the side and then the underside. Should I darken that or just leave it alone? You guys, you tell me what you think. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Yep, came from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, thank you, Rhea. I know, it's hard. And at home, it should be the place where you relax, but there's always something to do. Like I said, you look around and there's always something. And I know we're all guilty of that. I'm trying to decide if I want to... I think maybe I need to darken this just a little bit. Maybe not a ton, but I'm just going to kind of brush a little bit of this on here. Just a smidge, okay? I like it. Got a little bit on the edges right up here of the pumpkin. Okay. Okay. So cute. I feel like he's got a little bit more character. Nancy said darken, yeah. I think so too. And I darkened it just a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm talking about with that Distress ink. I like that. I love this Tim Holtz. And this is the walnut stain. I mean, they've got all kinds of different colors. So if you wanted even more, I think you could rub this even lightly over the surface. So it's just catching those, the little wrinkles that are sticking up, and you can feel it. Okay, you can just rub that lightly over that, and then those are really going to catch. They're going to catch all of this Distress ink and darken. And you can do the same thing on the edges too. And this, you can get this on Amazon too. I wanted to darken the edges for sure. And yes, when I get done with this, I'll have it all over my hands, so I'll have to wash them. Okay, go around that outside edge. And these little ink pads, I feel like they last a long time, and I craft quite a bit, so I feel like they go quite a long ways. Okay, I'm gonna get the eyes, and then that top. Cute. Okay, now You can just leave them like that if you want to. But I have a pretty good selection. Okay, we're going to turn that on. I have a pretty good selection of Dollar Tree ribbon. Now, this is from last year, but my store already has some of theirs out. And I feel like they have the cutest Halloween ribbon, and it's always wired. And so I love their Halloween ribbon, and I try to pick it up. This is fall. I mean, it's not just Halloween, but this is really pretty. I've used this on a pumpkin project before. I really liked it. This one's a little more whimsical. Okay, I liked that one. This was a pretty one for fall last year, and I believe I saw this one recently at the store. So they already do have their fall ribbon out, so you might check that out too. And then this one was from last year, and this is all wired ribbon. And this was just an orange, and I really liked it. So I would just encourage you, if you like wired ribbon, don't overlook their ribbon, because, you know, I think for the price, I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good selection of ribbon. So I'm thinking, I thought about this one. You could just make just a little bow to put on here. I don't know if I want to use this one or this one. I'm trying to decide. Oh, I don't have enough of this one. Okay. I don't think so. We could maybe. You can just make a simple little bow. Now, the only thing about this one is it's not double-sided. So, you know, it's lighter on one side, but we can work with that, I think. Okay, just kind of, because it's wired, it's a little bit easier to work with. I'll just flip it around so that the darker side is showing. This is a small bow, but this is cute. Doesn't have much of a tail on this side, but wish I had some more of this one. Okay, so what I'm thinking is you could just attach it right to his little head right here on the side. I'm trying to think, let's see. You could put it on the top like this if you wanted to, you know, where it didn't block his little face. You could put it on the side. I'll have to, you know, cut that little tail off, but you see what I'm saying? We could attach it. Oh, an awareness bow. Yep. Is that, I'm trying to think how she does that, or how you do the awareness bow. Is that where you just, let me move this over here. You do this, and then you flip your tails over like that, like so, maybe. And then bunch it up in the middle. Is that what you're talking about, Rhea? I think that's an awareness bow. And then we'll just tie it in the center with something. That's a good idea. I Thank you guys for being patient with me. I'm just talking to myself and talking to you guys, but yes, I do too. I love how that little tea light flickers. Okay, let me get, I have a piece of little, somewhere. Okay, we'll tie this around the center. I just like this little whimsical pattern. I thought it was just cute. And my ribbon is all squished, but it's okay. It'll be okay. I'll fluff it back out. Okay. Okay, let's kind of make that loop a little smaller. That worked perfectly, Rhea. Okay. We kind of take my little knot that I tied to the back here. Okay. That worked. Now I'll dovetail these. Okay, and then we'll just put that. Should it go? What do you think? One last question. Let me plug in my hot glue gun. Think about, where do we want it? Will it look better on top or kind of to the side? So when I say on top, I mean up here, like that, or on the side like that. I kind of like it on the top with the little stem sticking out. Angie says top. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna work with this just a smidge. And then I think I'm just going to dovetail these. It's ripping. This bow almost got the best of me. Okay, and then we'll do this. It's really not, it shouldn't be that hard to make one, but not a simple, you know, just tying a simple bow like this. Okay. And then you can just kind of fluff them, up to hide that, twine. I'm still going to trim this off just a little bit because it's still just a little bit long, and I don't want it to cover up his little jack-o'-lantern face. Oh, I think that's going to be cute. Very cute. I'm going to put just a drop of hot glue on there as soon as that gets hot. And then we'll stick this on there. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Oh, I think so too, Angie. And I mean, I know, and I feel like sometimes I'll make a project that doesn't have a bow, but a lot of times it always has a bow, and so sometimes I kind of like to make stuff that doesn't, just because, but I think you're right, and I think this one, I think the bow it just completes it. We're going to spread, kind of spread those apart a little bit. Could probably put something in the center if we wanted to. Just don't know what it would be. Okay, I think this is getting hot enough. Y'all, it still smells like toasted marshmallows in here. Okay, let's hold that there for just a second. One little eye is a little more covered than I would like, but I think he turned out really sweet. Or she. Could be a girl jack-o'-lantern. Oh, thank you, Angie. Really cute. Started out as like a, you know, just a little $3 Dollar Tree piece. And I think, you know, just darkening it up just really gave it new life and makes it look like a completely different piece. You wouldn't guess $3, would you? And I mean, thank you, Jenny. Hey, friend, you snuck in on me. I didn't see you. Thank you, Karen. A pumpkin button. Oh, Kathy, that would be cute. A pumpkin button up there. I don't have any, but that would be really cute. That would be perfect. I don't know what I was going to... Oh, okay, so $3 for the pumpkin. I always like to figure this in my head. So $3 for the pumpkin. And then ribbon, I don't know. It had been $1.25 at Dollar Tree. I don't know if it's gone up again. Hopefully it hasn't. So even if you bought your ribbon at Dollar Tree, that's $4.25, right? That you've gotten plus tax invested in it. So that's a pretty good deal. That's assuming that you have some tissue paper at home and some Mod Podge. Oh, thank you, Sharon. It does almost look ceramic or resin. You're right. See those little dark, all the little cracks and everything in there. And I like that flicker. I'm with you guys. I love that, how it flickers like that. So that's our little Dollar Tree jack-o'-lantern makeover. I know, Diana. Now I'm going to have to go, I'm going to have to find a pumpkin button. Who knows where I'll find one. But I'm going to have to, I know I don't have any pumpkin buttons, but I bet I could find one at Hobby Lobby. But that would be perfect, just to finish it off right there in the center. Cute, cute. Okay, guys, so be sure to go find him at Dollar Tree and grab him while you can, and grab you some ribbon while you're there so that you can make a cute bow. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thanks for watching. Yes, Mary, try it. It's not, to me, it's like to me, it's intimidating, but I mean, you can do it. It's very easy, and it makes things so much easier. Angie, I could do a black button for sure. Yes, Rhea, they had a ghost. They had pumpkins and a ghost at my store, and they were both $3. So you could do one of each if you wanted to. Ghost would be really cute too. Okay, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to sprinkle. That would really help me out and help get the video out. And I hope everybody has a great day. I hope that you were inspired to give this one a try. And I will see you again soon. Have a good weekend, guys.